Hey, fragrance friends and enthusiasts, welcome back. It's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel chatting about another beautiful fragrances for you wonderful people out there. Ladies and gents and everybody else is always welcome to my channel. So what's your scent of the day? What are you smelling like? And let's jump into this fragrance here. It's called King from the house of Bahara Fragrances, I think it's called. And they're the same people behind the tequila series. They made Tequila Oud, which I actually spoke pretty highly about as well. And they're from the brand, I guess, or maybe a conglomerate called Edge USA. So let me know if you know anything more behind this brand, but all I know is that this smells like a really good fragrance, and actually I'm going to speak pretty highly of it. Even though this fragrance was sent to me, they didn't ask for a review or anything like that, but it was sent to me, so take it with a grain of salt if you'd like. But I'm going to be honest really about this fragrance. It's quite a really nice fragrance. Let me show you the sprayer. Solid sprayer, guys, and it's a beautiful fragrance. You get citrus off the top, of course, kind of a blend of citruses, orange, lemon, and maybe a little bit of lime. You get that melange type of feel, which I really do enjoy in fragrances. And then the fragrance also has another big blend, I guess you'd say, another melange of, fruity notes. You get a lot of fruitiness. I get cherry, I get plum, I get pear. I get those types of fruity qualities. And I actually think it's very nice, very well blended. Perhaps a little bit more on the plum side of things. It's a fruity fragrance, even though it's just as sweet as some of these really mass appealing fragrances, perhaps like Ultramall. I feel like this fragrance, because of the fruitiness, it gives it a little bit more balance. Instead of smelling like sugar, it actually smells like sweet fruit. So I actually like this fragrance and feel like it's a little bit more balanced, even though it is still a pretty darn sweet fragrance. Very likable, and the amber in the dry down gives it a nice balance. There's some white musk and perhaps some ambergris, some ambroxan mixed in the background. But this fragrance is a very modern, wearable, trendy, young men's perhaps style of fragrance. There's no getting around it, but the amber does give it a little bit of maturity, and I think a little bit of added warmth and sensuality to the fragrance that I think Ultramall and fragrances like that are missing. I don't get a lot of balance. I don't get anything interesting that really comes through the base of the fragrance or really grabs my attention. So once you've kind of smelled the beginning, you kind of know what the fragrance is about, and it perhaps you kind of lose interest in it after a while. You know you're smelling good, but maybe it's not the most interesting thing in the world, at least for me. This fragrance makes it a little bit more interesting and makes it a super mass appealing fragrance. I mean, this fragrance is a very likable fragrance, big compliment getter. It's gonna, if a big fragrance reviewer is bigger than me, bigger in the subs and bigger in the views and popularity, got their hands on this fragrance and talked about this fragrance, this one could really shake up the fragrance world. I think it's better than Ultramall. I really do. It really almost has the bottle looks like Bottega Veneta, and I get a little bit more of a classiness behind it. Maybe that was the intention behind the fragrance. Synthetics are certainly used here, but they're used really well. And there are fragrances that really have, taken control of the market and been a pretty big influence in a way, but really aren't usually, to me at least, aren't amazing, like YSL and Office for Men, at least for me personally. And this is one of those fragrances that I can really get behind as far as mass appealing goes and versatility and likability, just like Versace Dylan Blue. This is an outstanding fragrance, guys. Really recommended. It's called King for a reason. I don't know if it smells particularly opulent. When I think of a king in a fragrance, I think of things like Jubilation 25 by Amouage. I think of resins. I think of spices. I think of maybe even oud or ambergris. I think of extremely expensive, opulent ingredients, and patchouli also can smell very, very fancy and posh as well. So this fragrance being called King, I think it just speaks to, kind of trying to say it's the best of the best out there. And for a mass appealing fragrance and something that just smells good, I think it blows a lot of the blue fragrances out of the water, even though I really respect, again, Versace Dylan Blue and Bleu de Chanel EDP. This is probably one of the best out there. Invictus is still a big compliment getter. Invictus is still a winner as well. But I do have to say that I'm going to be keeping this one. I actually, when I first smelled this and I thought about it, I thought I wasn't going to keep it. I have a fragrance called Peach or Blue, which is kind of a fragrance maybe a little bit more on the Lamal side. It's a clone of Armani's Blue Lazuli, which is a beautiful fragrance, remarkable fragrance, and kind of does a similar thing in a way, a kind of a fruity DNA with some vanilla in the dry down, which you get a little bit of that here. but this one is fresher. This one's lighter. This one's more versatile, but it still is a high concentration. This is a 20% concentration. This is a parfum. And let's jump into that performance, why don't we? Guys, this won't disappoint you on the performance. This will give you 8-9 hours plus. This will give you solid projection. It's not beast mode. I won't say that. I don't know if it projects as much as Ultramall, but this is a strong performer and also has good sillage. That's one of the reasons I speak highly of it. If it just smelled good, and if I just liked it, and it didn't perform right, especially for what this fragrance is going for the clientele or the fans who might like this fragrance, if it didn't do everything right, I wouldn't speak so highly of it. So there's a reason for this. And getting into some of the other factors of this fragrance, the compliment factor, let me tell you guys, big compliment factor. I'm not making this up. I'm not fooling you guys. There's beautiful fragrances out there. There's citrus fragrances and bright fragrances and a lot of things that will work. I've talked about them. I've mentioned them before. Again, Versace Dylan Blue and Invictus, and get one of those and you're set. That's really all you need. If all you really care about is compliments, and those are going to work for you every time. You know, Versace, wear Versace Dylan Blue whenever you want, but maybe for nighttime, wear Invictus in the day, and you're set. That's all you need. But this one here brings up the quality, makes it even better in my opinion, and adds something different, a little bit more sensuality to the fragrance. And I have to say, it's a winner. It's a winner, guys. Smelling it up close, if you smell it really close up, especially I have 3 sprays on my hand right here, you can tell there's synthetics in here, but in the air, does it smell glorious? Does it smell great? Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, how other people perceive you and how other people smell you. So this will really work for a party, as a party fragrance, but wouldn't wear this for an intimate fragrance. Wouldn't wear this for a really close encounters date night fragrance, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, final thoughts on this fragrance. The price isn't out yet. I'm assuming it's going to be about $200. This fragrance, I think, is worth it. If you compare this to things like Rojas Elysium on the market, Bleu de Chanel, and some of these really big compliment getter fragrances, I usually would never, and I actually never imagined myself suggesting a fragrance that's kind of under the radar, a fragrance brand that nobody really knows about, and a fragrance that, a lot of these really established, really respected fragrances compared to like Ultramall. You can get, Ultramall is kind of getting hard to get. It's kind of becoming an online exclusive kind of thing, and you're probably going to have to pay $100+ for it. I mean, hey, why not check this one out and see if this works for you? I know that this is not going to be easily accessible. It's not going to probably be at your local mall. You're probably going to have to blind buy this one. But guys, if this is your type of thing, if you like Elysium, if you like, Sauvage, if you like Dylan Blue, this is your kind of fragrance. So, guys, really recommend you trying this one out. Outstanding fragrance, King by, Bahara, and stunned, kind of blown away by this fragrance, honestly, for what it is and what it does. Not the most unique fragrance, not the most creative. Niche heads probably don't want anything to do with it. But for the people who want a higher quality fragrance that still has designer appeal, this is the kind of thing you're looking for. Also check out Mazzanotte by, I think it's Gallimard, a higher niche version of Invictus. I've talked about that before, but I don't think everybody knows about it. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed my video today. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll try to include the link down below whenever this is actually put on the website. It's not available right now, but guys, check it out once it hits the market. I think you'll be surprised at how good this is. I'll catch you next time, everybody. If you liked my content today, if you enjoyed my video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend. I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, everybody. Have a fun day, be safe, live well, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out, everybody, and bye.